What's up, guys? I'm Saucey. This is APK, and we just played Titanfall today at Pax Prime 2013. We got some questions from Twitter about the game. I know a lot of people are interested in it, so we're just going to read off some questions and answer as much as we possibly can. So yeah.
Do you see Titanfall being competitive?
You go ahead.
If they try to keep it like a 4v4 game, or if like event organizers try to keep it a 4v4 game, I don't think it could be a competitive title at that scale. But if event organizers are willing to bring it to around 6v6, that's what we played today, and I thought that was a really sweet spot, considering all the mechs, you know, how big they are, how fast everyone can move, the assorted, like all the different bots in the game. I feel like at that player count, it's a good pace and it keeps the game going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It really felt like a Ghost Recon type game to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Ghost Recon mixed with COD, and then you can kind of fly around the map. I'm not really, I don't know, man. I can't really see it being like played at like MLG or,
Really?
but I don't know. I mean, you did play 6v6 on kind of a weird map. The thing is, though, we're all used to kind of like from Halo, like the arena style maps. But as we saw in like Call of Duty, it doesn't have to be like that. You can play on like some of these bigger maps.
Yeah, and also, we only played one game type for like 8 minutes, and it was pre-alpha, so I mean, both of us could be completely wrong either way. So
yeah, this game, one of the staff told us that the game isn't even in alpha stage. It's pre-alpha, and it actually ran like really well. But as far as competitive, I mean, I'm not sure. With all the jumping around and the mechs and stuff, I can't really see it being played at a tournament.
Were humans versus mechs balanced?
Yeah? What did you think? I thought they were kind of balanced.
well, in our game, the mechs did a lot of damage because I feel like it's going to take more teamwork to actually take down mechs quickly. Just because, you know, we're playing up there with random people who are most likely playing their first game of Titanfall ever. Mechs were kind of prominent, but you know, once everyone learns the game and once people are playing with people that are, you know, comfortable with it, I feel like it'll be more balanced at that stage.
Yeah, the mechs were kind of overpowered, but like I don't know, I really made it a point to really look at when I was just on the ground, you know, and there's a mech. I really wanted to look at how many shots it would take to take it out. It took like with your just basic like assault weapon that you had like 2 full clips usually would like really put some damage on the mech, and you could get an advantage. Also, when you jump around a lot, it's hard to aim at those people who are flying around above you if you're in a mech too. Yeah,
it's a good balance of like bulkiness and then speed with the pilots.
Yeah.
And everyone, or in your loadout, you get one pilot class and one mech class. So you can really like pick and choose like which kind of weapons you have for certain situations. All the pilots have like anti-mech weapons that are different from each class, but you know, they all do get the same job done eventually.
What system did you guys play on, and what did you think about the new Xbox One controller?
Alright, so we played on PCs with Xbox 360 controllers, but I know there's a lot of people that are wondering about the Xbox One controller, and Saucey was actually able to play on it at a different booth at the Rise of...
Yeah, the Rise, I can't remember, something about Rome, man, but it was like Rise something. It was actually, the Xbox One controller, I liked it. It felt really solid. It felt kind of like sleek in a way, maybe just because it, you know, that new feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely liked it. It felt great. It wasn't like, you know, I mean, I got big hands, you know. I wasn't crammed on it or anything. But yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. And yeah, we did play Titanfall on PCs apparently, because we got to the stations and there were Xbox 360 controller, like Windows controllers there or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is there only multiplayer campaign to play on, or is there a classic multiplayer mode also?
I'm not too sure. They didn't really... I mean, they told us we were going to play attrition today in that introduction video that we've uploaded, but...
yeah. And
they called it campaign multiplayer. I don't know if... Because I know there's not going to be an actual like campaign, like a single player mode. So I don't know if there's going to be a classic.
It felt like a campaign, because you know at the end where they had to escape or something.
The epilogue, yeah. So
yeah.
like, even if
it was
you
like
lose,
half and half.
Yeah, even if you lose, or I guess even if you win, there's like this part of the match called the epilogue where the losing team has to make it back to an escape ship, and the team that just won the match, they have to like try to prevent that. Yeah, then you get like a lot of XP if you are able to cut them off. So that's like an interesting dynamic to multiplayer is, you know, even though when the match is technically over, it's not over.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I kind of liked it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How would you compare the Halo 4 Mantis to the Titanfalls and Titanfall?
It's like
there's no comparison.
Yeah, there really is no comparison. They're two completely different beasts. I would say the Mantis is a like slower, more in like when you're playing with actual players, like actual BTB players, the Mantis is more of like a support type vehicle. You kind of stay from a distance so you don't get like plasma pistoled and things. Whereas like in Titanfall, the mechs are really powerful. They're really mobile.
It's like a core part of the game.
Yeah, it's like they're meant to be half of the game. You know, like one half is pilots running off walls, double jumping, you know, doing all that, and then the other half is, you know, you're in a mech and they want that fast-paced experience to be seamless across both of those classes.
Yeah, I don't. The Titanfall mech was so much more in depth and so much more like put together than rather you just kind of like think about all the controls and like things you can do. Like you have armor abilities or whatever, special like things you can do in the mech. You can slide. You can even crouch in the mech. I tried crouching. You can crouch behind things, and you know, and you have like these special like wizard powers almost, man. And in the Halo 4 Mantis, you can crouch and you can kind of move around. You can shoot.
You shoot your chain gun or like your rocket
missiles,
gun.
And that's it. There's not a lot of like depth to it. I don't feel like there's some things, but like the sliding around, moving around quickly, you know.
There's a lot of meta to it.
Yeah.
How smooth is the gameplay for Titanfall compared to other titles like Call of Duty?
I mean, at first it's like hard to take in and remember like all the options you do have in terms of movement. You know, once you do get the hang of like all the double jumps, the wall running, everything like that, I mean, you just kind of like glide across the maps. It feels really good. Yeah. And like in terms of like technical smoothness, like frames per second, it felt really good. There was no lag, there was no screen lag, nothing like that. It seemed to run pretty smoothly.
Did we run through it twice? Or
yeah.
Did you go
I did it once. I think you did it twice.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It took me really 2 full times to run through it. I don't know if you guys did it twice or not, but it really took me twice to run through it to get like all of the like extra things. Like you don't one playthrough of it, like you don't get everything. There's so many things to learn and do. Like the second time I played through it, I realized that you could go invisible, and like I didn't even. There's so much stuff going on in the game, like all the mechs running around. I'm like trying to sprint and look at the guns and classes, and I didn't even realize like press LB and you just go invisible. Like I didn't even realize. So like there's just some things I picked up later.
There's a definite learning curve to it.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as like smoothness of the game, I thought it was pretty solid. Like I didn't have any issues with it, especially for pre-alpha. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it ran pretty well. I mean, that's like how I would expect like other titles' betas to run, essentially.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Straight up, is it more fun than Halo 4?
Do you want me to tackle that first?
I mean, I don't really have an answer. Like the game is in and out, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to say because, you know, Halo 4 is, you know, 9 months deep or however many months, I guess.
Yeah.
And, you know, we played 8 minutes of a pre-alpha build of a game that's coming out in the spring of next year.
Really?
But I don't know, it was definitely a lot of fun. I really enjoyed how fast-paced it was. It reminded me a lot of Quake. I used to play a lot of Quake, and the pace was very similar, and I felt like I could definitely you know, outskill players but also have like a really fun time doing it. I don't know, Halo 4 has definitely gotten better over time. I would say like the most fun I have in Halo 4 is with Ricochet. So it's like two really different experiences to try and compare. It's apples and oranges pretty much.
It's really hard too because you're always biased. Like anything new is obviously going to be more like appealing, especially if it's fun. Like Titanfall is fun to play, but you know Halo 4 has been out for a while. Titanfall is brand new and it's fun.
Yeah.
Like of course something new is going to be more like enjoyable.
Exactly.
But you know if they came out at the same time, you know could we really say that? I don't know. It's a pretty hard question to.
And like we could be biased because you know we get first hands on like with it at PAX. You know like that could be part of our bias going either way. So you know it's hard to just say.
A lot of players notice the progression system in the game. Can you guys explain what was going on or what it does?
Okay, so when most people think of progression system, they think of like Call of Duty's or Halo's, you know, EXP system where like you gain EXP, you level up, you get access to certain weapons. But in this game, I don't know if Titanfall actually has, you know, that type of system also, but their progression system was in game. Everyone starts off at the same level, and you know you get a certain amount of points for doing certain things, and you level up. I believe in my game, I got up to like level 4, but it wasn't really too clear. They didn't really explain it. You know what each level does, or
like what you would get.
Yeah, they didn't really explain the benefits or like anything like that. So it's hard to say, but I mean, it gives you an advantage. I mean, it rewards you for doing well. If you're doing well, you're getting your points quicker. If you're getting your points quicker, you level up quicker. You get those advantages quicker than everyone else. But I think in the long run, it's not like a severe disadvantage. Like you're not just screwed over if you're doing terribly.
I think you get your. I think what I found. I think you get your mechs a little bit quicker. Like they build faster. I think the higher you get.
Yep.
Because like every game, you know, you restart from level like 1 or 0 or whatever, and then when you keep leveling up, I noticed like you know in your ear that she would say like. You know, your mech's coming in like 2 minutes, and then I would go up another level and be like, you're going up. I think she said it was like, your mech will be here in 1 minute. So I think, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's something I caught. You know, other than that, they didn't explain it all, like you said, what the levels did.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, but it's like, when you were going off, when you were getting a lot of kills, you're
rewarded.
You're going up for your levels, yeah.
Do you guys have any final thoughts on Titanfall?
I'm excited to see more. I'm excited to play more. We're gonna play tomorrow. We're gonna play, you know, Sunday as much as we can.
Yeah, I mean, what we played today, I thought it was really fun. But I'm definitely gonna have to check it out tomorrow and like the rest of the time here at PAX because, like I said before, you got that, you know, you got that new car smell. But then once that new car smell wears off, you're just, you know.
You gotta see if that game lasts.
Yeah, the high is gone. You know, so I want to see after a couple of days of playing it.